And now it is draft day. Welcome back to the Los Angeles Angels draft only franchise. This is the one day every season that everybody gets excited for. It's how we add new players to the team. And our previous three drafts were all very, very good. We had this first year draft with a potential Freddie Lorenz, who's in the rotation now. Got the closer of the future and Daryl Boovey behind him. Leandro Santana is going to be our left fielder or DH. Bill Perez will be in the bullpen as well. And Richard Duke and Sean Espinoza could be in the rotation at some point. And season 2, we got our stud bat in the middle of the order, Edgar Mota, at 99 potential. Plus, we got another guy, Daniel Mateo, who is our number 1 prospect at the moment. We also have an A potential, Nelson Ling, that we moved to second base. And last year, we got Ricky Garner, although he's struggling with contact down in Double-A. He has got some power and some speed, and we're just going to let him cook down there. And when he's ready to come up, he'll come up. Got another A potential pitcher in Jimmy McGinnis and a bunch of other pitchers. So got pitching backfilled for now. Can always use some more. And now it's time to take a look at the prospects in this year 4 draft. See at the top of the board, right-handed pitcher Derek Siddiqui, number 1 player in the entire draft. Just lights out on velocity, strikeouts, and walks per 9. And if he happens to fall to pick number 3, we will jump all over that. We also have this center fielder, 21-year-old Alexis Fuentes. It's going to at least be a B potential in the 70s. And he has really good contact power against righties, decent against lefties, great stealing, and really good reaction in the outfield. Arm's going to be a little bit of an issue, but I'll worry about that later. And then we also have Brandon Nakamura, who we have as number 3 on our board. Good strikeouts and walks. Kind of a long-term guy here at 18 years old, but he has great velocity, throws 4 pitches. We also found this third baseman, 18-year-old third baseman, Josh Castilla. Looks like he'll be in the B. Slight chance he's in A, but probably a B in the 70s. Can play first, second, and third. Great power against both sides. Contact is going to be an issue, but he has great fielding. And would definitely look to take him with our second pick, maybe third round if we can get him there, but I don't want to lose him. Michael Shibuya was somebody we would consider with the 3rd overall pick. Right-hand hitting first baseman, better power against lefties and righties, really good defense. Can also play third. He's injured, so I'm not sure if that's going to affect his ratings or not. Got this starter, Danny Villanueva, 18-year-old lefty, and he's a long-term prospect. Roderick Hogg, another one that good strikeouts and walks, but he's long-term. We got a few other older guys like here. Walt Metz, he's too tight of a split here. I don't really want this guy at 23. There's another starting pitcher who's more likely going to be a reliever with that stamina. It's not very good, so not interested in him at the moment. Got another starting pitcher, be a reliever, doesn't have high stamina as well. Another starting pitcher that could possibly be a starter, could possibly be a reliever, where he comes in on the chart there, because if he's on the low end, he's going to be a reliever. Got Irvin Wheeler, a little overrated. And some of these other guys we didn't get to. He's injured, and looks like he's with those 99s, 98s over there on the right. He's going to be lower, so he'll be in the high 40s and low 60s for the rest of that stuff. Did look at this guy for the second round, Alexis Rubio, center fielder, and really good contact, especially against lefties. Great discipline, great speed and stealing, and he could play all 3 outfield spots. Probably looks more like a left fielder, though, so that's a possibility in the second round. Didn't get a look at catcher there. Let's go to each position real quick. Catchers, got this Robbie Decker scouted out. Looks like he'll be a high C, low B in the 60s. Another left-handed bat, more defense than bat. I didn't get a lot of these guys scouted. When you start scouting these 18-year-olds, they take 3 weeks to scout, so it makes it very difficult to get a lot of guys done. Hoyt Meeks is another first baseman, probably high 70s, low 80s, somewhere in the high 50s, low 60s. Left-handed hitting first baseman, good power, both sides, decent contact, really good arm defense. He looks more like a right fielder than he does a first baseman. Another first baseman, Jim Werdkemper. Another one that is pretty flat on his hitting stats. Decent power, though, against lefties. Switch hitting first baseman, 6'5". A lot of guys that just didn't interest me, or we were having to spend too many weeks on 18-year-old guys. and just didn't have a lot of time to get all these hitters scouted up. We did get the starting pitchers. I did scout up this Luis Alfonso, a reliever setup guy. Excellent hits per 9, home runs and strikeouts per 9. Walks is just an issue, but this guy looks great. And there's some other closers. Here's another closer, guaranteed. This guy's giving me an A in the 60s as a closer. 77 strikeouts per 9 on the low end. So he's another one we could possibly take in round 3. But we just ran out of weeks to scout these guys. So I'm going to put my prospect list together here, and then we will hop right into the draft. All right, first up, New York Mets, followed by the Toronto Blue Jays, and we pick third. And we just got to hope that one of these two guys slips through. Otherwise, we will have to decide between this pitcher, Brandon Nakamura, or Michael Shibuya at first base. Pretty much down to those two guys at this point. Although Irvin Wheeler is possible, but I think the long term, this guy is going to be better. But we'll just have to wait and see. And let's hit start draft and find out. And the first overall pick in the draft is Alexis Fuentes, the center fielder, so we're not going to get that hitter. He's going to go to the Mets. How does Siddiqui drop, or does he go to Toronto? And he drops. Irvin Wheeler goes to the Blue Jays. Oh my goodness. That means Derek Siddiqui right here, the guy with the huge strikeouts and walks per 9 and velocity, is going to be available. And we're not going to mess around. We're going to take this guy right now. Welcome to Los Angeles Angels, stud starting pitcher, Derek Siddiqui. All right. Wow. That's a shocker. Man, we get the first player, the best pitcher, the best player in the draft at 3. Got to be ecstatic about that. Tampa Bay grabs a starting pitcher. Now I'm at a loss for words. So I was really thinking we were going to not get either of those two guys and have to figure out who we were going to take. And they did us a favor, and we're going to get another stud pitcher who could possibly be an A in the mid-80s. I have to wait to see what his ratings are, but my goodness, what a stud. Here's Luke Carrara, another starting pitcher. It's a guy that's kind of marginal whether he's going to be a starter or reliever. And Nationals take Geraldo Estrada. I was kind of hoping to have him come in with higher ratings. Switch hitter, can play right field, has great arm, great defense, good power, but he came in overrated, so he slipped. You see, a lot of these guys have really tight splits on their potential and their overall. Even the guy we got. There goes Michael Shibuya to Cleveland. Have to see what he turns out, if his ratings are affected by the injury. Oh, and the third baseman goes to the Cardinals. Man, I was hoping to get him in the second round or third. That's a shame. So that's all right. Left-handed bat. We'll love to have that power in a lineup behind Moda. We'll just have to figure it out. And Brandon Nakamura goes to the Braves at 20. He was a possibility for the number 3 pick in the draft. Looking at other prospects here. Got some good ones coming up. And as far as hitters go, we got Alexis Rubio. Not much power, not much defense. Robbie Decker, that catcher that's more defensive oriented than hitting. And Hoyt Meeks, decent power, decent contact. Looks like he could play more right field. And it looks like about all the hitters that we could take possibly with the next pick. And Hoyt Meeks goes at number 27 to the A's, so he won't be around for us to snag. And it is our pick now in the second round. And I'm going to have to decide between Abe Vento, this guy who's pretty much guaranteed A in the 60s as a reliever with great strikeouts per 9, or Alexis Rubio, has really good contact but no power, or Robbie Decker, who's more defense and less hitting, or Danny Villanueva, who's more of a long-term prospect at 18 years old, but he has great stamina. And I think right now I am between these two, between the closer. We already have Phil Perez and Daryl Boovey, but it's not the worst thing in the world to get another relief pitcher or go ahead and get this outfielder and make sure we get a hitter. And I think I'm going to go ahead and take Alexis Rubio, get the hitter. He has great contact and don't really need the power. You can always develop him into a leadoff hitter or a number 2 hitter or a bottom of the order hitter. But need all the hitters that we can get, and I'm sure we can find another closer. And if this guy is here with our next pick, we'll go ahead and take him then. But we're going to take left fielder Alexis Rubio, so we at least get one hitter in this draft. Check this out. The Marlins just drafted this Jim Olivo as a pitcher, and he has secondary positions of second, left, center, and right. This dude is a two-way player. I'll have to double check him when we get done and see what his hitting stats look like. Wow, totally missed him. And Danny Villanueva goes 2 picks before our pick in the 3rd round. That long-term left-handy guy, great stamina, so he's off the board. And now it's our pick, and we have Abe Vento and Robbie Decker at the top. And we're not going to mess around. We're going to go ahead and take this closer, who is a pretty much guaranteed to be an A in the 60s. Welcome to the Angels, Abe Vento. And Robbie Decker goes to the Orioles at pick 92, so he's off the board. It's okay. We have another reliever, Luis Alfonso, that we could take instead. He has excellent hits per 9, home runs per 9, and strikeouts per 9. And Elia Gonzalez, we had him 10th on our board, goes right before our pick, 4 picks before us. I was thinking about grabbing him. The left-handed, he had him listed as a starting pitcher, but I think with that stamina, he would have been a reliever. And now it's our pick in the 4th round, and we're not going to mess around. We're going to take this reliever, Luis Alfonso. If Ward Kemper can be there with our next pick, we'll definitely consider taking him. And depending on how he comes out on the higher end or lower end, Ward Kemper could be someone that we could slide over and play third base with that defense. We also have some non-rated guys there and another reliever in Pineda for very end of the draft. And Jim Ward Kemper goes to the Brewers at 128, so he is not going to be an option for us to take in the 5th round. And with our pick in the 5th round, we're going to take another reliever, Terrence Pineda, lefty, in the B potential in the high 50s. And it is our pick in the 6th round. With our last pick of the draft, we have a choice between Jonas Mesa, starting pitcher with questionable stamina but really good walks per 9, left-handed pitcher, 18 years old, only has 3 pitch mix. James Maynard has a very low walks per 9, only 3 pitch mix. Another lefty, but he's 6'5". It was very hard. And Tim Oler, a left fielder that doesn't do much of anything, but has speed and stealing. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take this Jonas Mesa as the last pick of our draft. And that's going to wrap up the draft. We're going to get through the All-Star break. We should have Edgar Mota in the Home Run Derby, so stay tuned. That's probably the next thing coming up. And we'll get through the All-Star Game Futures game and get us through the trade deadline, get us all the way down here to August 1st, and we can find out what our draft players' ratings are. And that should wrap up our episode. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back with the Home Run Derby. And before we can get to the Home Run Derby, we have a critical situation here. We have 2 men on, 1 out, top of the 7th inning at Oakland, trailing 4-3. Kalai Rosario at the plate. Let's see if he can come through in the clutch. All right, Rosario 0 for 2 on the day, only hitting .218 on the season. Takes a strike at the knees. Thought he would hit for more power than he has, but what happens when you get these guys in the Rule 5 draft? They're a little bit too early for the major leagues. He's 2 for 10 in the series. And the 0-1 pitch from Schuster. Swings through it. And Rosario down in the count now, 0-2. Here's the pitch from Schuster. And it's going to be a ground ball base hit into right field. Runners around third. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's up the first base side and safe. Great slide there by Ward. And we tie this game here in the 7th. Clutch hit by Rosario. Need more of that. See the replay, just goes with the pitch down and away, hits it through the hole on the right side. Throw was close, but not in time. That's going to bring up Gavin Cross now. 2 on and 1 out. He can give us the lead. Out back. See Cross 0 for 3 with 2 Ks today, only 2 for 13 in the series. And the 0-1 pitch from Schuster, and that's going to be a smash to second. Flip to second for 1, on to first, and a double play ends the inning. But we do come through with the Kalai Rosario RBI single to tie this game at 4. And our Angels would rally and win this game 6-4. Joe Jimenez with the win, DL Hall with the loss, Jason Foley with his 25th save as we sweep the A's. How about that? Check out this box score. Moda 2 for 5. Scores a run, drives in a run. Ward with 2 RBI. No home runs. Another error. Moda's got 11 errors, but he stole a base. Freddie Lorenz, 4 runs in 4 innings, but the bullpen throws 5 shutout innings, and we get the win as we score 2 in the 8th to take the win. Now it's home run derby time. You can see Edgar Moda, 3rd most home runs in the majors, the most in the American League right now with 26. So we're going to up in here, get all of his hacks, and I'll try and edit down for content purposes, but let's see if he can add a home run derby title to his awards section. There's our boy right there, Edgar Moda, Shohei, Alvarez, De La Cruz, Riley Green, and now it's Moda's turn to step into the batter's box. Caminero hit 18, Schwarber hit 14. There he is, 288 with 26 and 73 at the break. Quite impressive rookie season for our number 1 pick, Edgar Moda, from 2 years ago. There's our first deep shot gone, 437. Got to pull everything with that high wall in left field. There's another bomb, 468. And, oh, he just makes it over. There we go. There's another one. Is that going to get over? No, it hits the wall. Got to pull it. Take that one to left and miss. All right, give me a better pitch. This guy, that's a nice home run. Keeps throwing it away. I need it in. There we go. Look at that laser beam. There's a tank, 462. Another bomb, 428. Good pitch. Another laser beam inside the foul pole. Number 10. 11 sneaks over. There we go, 445. Late on that one. Come on, give me a good one. There you go. Number 13. Get out. Yep, number 14. 15 in the bonus round. Sneaks that in the foul pole. You're going to get out? Nope. Oppo Taco, there we go. 19. Going to go? Yes. Another one dead center field, short. Number 21 of the round. 22. Get out, get out. There we go. Sneaks over, wall scraper. Yeah, way out in front of that one. Down to our last out. And there we go. Finished the first round with 23 home runs. And Edgar Moda finishes with the most in the first round. Caminero second, Schwarber third. And looks like Ohtani's going to get in there ahead of Riley Green and Ellie De La Cruz. So we should be first up right here as we're going head-to-head with Shohei Ohtani.
2 minutes are now on the clock.
Short. Here we go. There's our first.
Oh, that's a monster home run.
Down and golf that one.
His second home run.
Opposite field.
That's 3 in a row now.
Yeah, be a good pitch. There we go. Deep blast, 450.
That's his 4th home run.
Hooked it foul. There we go.
Another home run.
Getting in the groove now.
Another one. Strong. His 6th home run.
Take our timeout.
His 3rd in a row. That's number 4 in a row. 5 straight home runs.
He's on a roll now. There's 10.
Consecutive home run.
Just stayed fair. 11.
Hit a row now. Keep it
12.
going, fans. That's now 8 in a row.
13. Now we're in the bonus and hook that foul. Stay fair. There we go.
And there it is. His 14th home
Get out.
run.
Nope.
Out
No,
of here.
still haven't hit one. 425 in the bonus round. Is that out? There we go.
And that
And we beat Ohtani. So Kyle Schwarber is going to take on Edgar Mota. See who wins the home run derby this year. Edgar's going to go first again. Here we go.
hitting first in this championship round, number 18, Edgar Rada. No question about that one.
On a roll right off the
His
bat.
third consecutive home
She made
run.
these pitches to me the whole time.
That's gone. It's a Heritage Park. That is now 5 in a row.
Get out, get out, get out. There we go.
6 consecutive home runs. Just 1 minute remaining. Make it 7 in a row now. Keep it going, fans. That's now
They're going to
8
go
in
left
a
field.
row.
No.
30
jamming me.
seconds left.
Here's number 9.
Yes, sir. That one is
Here's
gone.
number 10. There we go.
That clears the wall.
Go, go. Yep, 11.
Hat trick. 3 in a row.
There's number... No, just missed number 12.
Done.
There's a bomb. 450 gives me an extra one. Gonna get out? Nope. Need at least 15.
There's a home run.
There's 14.
That's a monster home run.
There's 15. See if we can get to 20 now. 16 sneaks over. 17's a nuke. There we go. 470.
Home run.
Get out. Yes.
6 consecutive home runs.
There's 19.
Make it
Get to
7
20.
in a row now.
Yes, we do. There we go.
Keep it going, fans. That's now 8 in a row.
Make it tough for Schwarber. 21.
9 straight home runs.
Oh, short. Last one. 22.
Another home run.
And that's it. End up with 22.
That will do it.
And Edgar Mota wins. Schwarber only hit 9. So there we go. Edgar Mota wins the 2028 Home Run Derby here in Cleveland.
Ladies and gentlemen, your
It's his first piece of hardware in the majors. We're looking for a Rookie of the Year and maybe an MVP at the end of the season. Now it is time for the All-Star Game. The only pitcher that made it from the Angels is our closer, Jason Foley. Starting pitcher is going to be Garrett Crochet. On the hitting side, Edgar Mota. And that looks like it is it. I'm not surprised. That's what I expected. I am a little disappointed that Mota is not starting over Tristan Casas. And I'm going to call an executive decision here, and we're going to start Mota over Casas because he deserves it way more than Casas does. Here we are, Cleveland, Ohio. National League, American League All-Star Game. I'm going to quick manage all of the at-bats and all the innings except for when Edgar Mota bats and when Jason Foley pitches. You'll see your Angels in action, but everything else is going to be quick manage. All right, leading off, Ellie De La Cruz. He singles, Terang singles, Devers flies out, Caminero lines out, Schwarber 3-run shot off Crochet. We're down early. Reynolds with a single. Carroll flies out. Our side, Bryson Stada with a ground out. Jacob Wilson grounds out. And Aaron Judge flies out. Going to make a pitching change and go to Tarek Skubal for the second inning. Strikes out Friedel. Smith flies out. De La Cruz flies out. Bottom half, Alvarez pops out. Gunner grounds out. Now it's time for Edgar Mota to bat. Here he is, our lone hitting all-star representative. Pitch is off the plate for ball one. 288 with 26 and 73. He's got the home run derby title already in his back pocket. See if he can get himself an all-star game MVP to add to that. We'll see. 1-0 pitch. Swings over it. Joe Ryan on the mound with the Cubs now. And the 1-1 pitch to Moda. Strike right down the middle. Now Moda down on the count, 1-2. Here's the pitch from Ryan. And a pop fly into left field. Schwarber racing back. And he's going to have that for the third out. New pitcher for us, Max Fried coming in. Brian Terang gets it started with a double. Devers grounds out. Runner goes to third. Caminero strikes out. Schwarber strikes out. There we go. Bottom of the third inning. Paul Skeens comes in for the National League. Schumann with a line out. Mullins with a ground out. Rutschman with a single. Stott with a 2-run shot. It's now 3-2 National League. Wilson grounds out. New pitcher coming in for us. We're going to go with Logan Gilbert. Get a strikeout. Ground out. And a strikeout. So bottom of the fourth. Andrew Abbott comes in. Judge with a walk. Alvarez flies out. Gunner strikes out. Now it's Edgar Moda's turn again. All right, got the tying run on first. 2 outs here in the fourth. Moda flied out to left his first time up. Here's the pitch. Rips it foul down our first base side. Got to get him some more protection in our major league lineup. Needs more bats behind him. Can't pass up a stud pitcher like Siddiqui in the draft, though. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's low. I was really looking forward to getting that center fielder, but we'll take the best pitcher in the draft by far. There's a 1-1 pitch. Strike at the letters. Loaded down on the count, 1-2. I'm running first here in the fourth. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Abbott. And strike 3, upper corner. Hit both at the letters and on the corner, and that's the third out. New pitcher for us going to be Kyle Harrison. All right, Will Smith leading off. He flies out. De La Cruz pops out. Terang pops out. Go to the bottom of the fifth. Michael King in. Walk to Schumann. Fly out. Walk. Strike out. Fielder's choice out of the inning. Go to the sixth inning. Make another pitching change. We're going to go to... Let's go to Alvarado. The lefty's in there. To strike out of Devers, a pop out, and a walk. Here's Reynolds. He flies out, so we go to the bottom of the sixth. Cortez comes in. Judge with a single. Alvarez flies out. Gunner with a fielder's choice, and Moda's up now again, tying run at first with 2 outs. If we can get a hit this time. Here's the first pitch. Strike, throw down, and he's safe. Henderson steals second, so he gets into scoring position. I love the aggressive base running. Look at a replay. Decent jump. And the throw is high into the third base side. All right, now a single will get the game tied. Cortez, 0-1 pitch to Moda. Strike at the knees. Now Moda's down on the count, 0-2. 2 out here in the sixth. Trying to get that tying run home from second. And takes strike 3 on the outside edge. He struck out twice looking now. Got to swing the bat, Edgar. And another pitcher coming in for us, Will Vest. At the bottom of the order. Corbin Carroll strikes out. Friedel walks. Smith with a double play. Go to the bottom of the inning. Mason Miller coming in. Strikeout. Yeah, another that we can put out here in center field. Yep. Let's put J-Rod, Julio. He hits a solo shot. There we go. Looked like a genius tie game. It's pinch hit with Naylor. He hits a single. Stott. You pinch hit for him too. Cunha. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Fielder's choice. Wilson. And bring in Bobby Witt to hit for him. Ground out. We go to the 8th inning. New pitcher. We're going to bring in Josh Hader. And J.J. Weatherholt's going to pinch hit. He'll single. Marte's going to pinch hit. He's going to walk. Eldridge's going to pinch hit, and he flies out. Austin Riley, double play. We're out of the inning. There we go. Go to the bottom of the 8th inning. We're just going to leave Judge in. New pitcher, Dennis Santana. The ground out. And we'll bring in Riley Green for Alvarez. He grounds out. And who are we going to bring in? Let's bring in Casas, since we didn't let him start. And he flies out. Now we go to the top of the 9th inning. New pitcher for us, and we're going to go ahead and bring in our guy, Jason Foley. And let's hop in here. I'm going to come off the bench with Juan Soto. All right, tough guy right off the rip. All right, Jason, got to keep this game tied. There's the first pitch to Soto. It's off the plate. And the 1-0 pitch from Foley. And ripped foul down the first base side. We got a battle going on here. Soto's fouled off 3 in a row. 1-2 pitch from Foley. Ripped into right field, and it's going to be gone for a home run. Wow, Judge misjudged it. He thought he had a chance, and that was just a line shot that snuck right over the wall. And the National League takes the lead again with the leadoff shot by Juan Soto. See this replay. Yeah, it was on the inner half. He just turned on it and ripped it. Didn't get very high, and it just snuck over the wall. Now Shohei's going to come in and bat. What an inning for Foley. Gets Soto to lead off the inning, and now Shohei comes off the bench to bat. Tapper foul. All right, Foley ahead in the count, 0-2. See if he can put Shohei away. Didn't get Soto. Keep it down and away. Nope, down and in. Here's a shot into right center field. But Rodriguez is going to have that for the first out. That'll bring in Corbin Carroll. Get 3 straight tough left-handed batters to start the inning. Here's the first pitch to him. It's going to be a pop foul over by the stands. And Schumann's going to have it, and that's the second out. That'll bring in TJ Friedel. We saw him last episode in Tyler Bremner's MLB debut. He struck him out for his first strikeout. Here's a pitch low and inside. Friedel hitting 304 on the season. Friedel works the count to 3-1 for a pitch to drive. Here's the pitch from Foley. Check swing, and it's a strike. Now we have a full count, 2 out here in the ninth. National League back up on top. Here's a pitch from Foley, and it's going to be a tapper to third. Schumann's got it. Throw across the diamond, and we get the third out. But not before Juan Soto leads off the inning with a solo shot. Puts the National League up 4-3, but Edgar Mota is going to lead off the bottom half. And new pitcher Randy Rodriguez already got 36 saves on the season. And they're going to pinch hit for Mota with Alec Burleson. All right. I would have let our guy go ahead and bat, but they're going to pinch hit for Burleson, so we'll just go back to quick sim here. Strikeout. It's pinch hit for Schumann with Barger. He strikes out. And Rodriguez singles. Gonna rally alive. Naylor grounds out. And the game's over. The National League wins 4-3. And there we go. Dennis Santana gets the win. Jason Foley the loss. Randy Rodriguez with the save. As the National League got out front early and then had to come back and win it on a Juan Soto homer in the ninth. Yeah, and I don't plan on playing any of this futures game, but I want to get in here and see if we have any of our prospects in this game. And Daniel Mateo, there he is, number 2 starting pitcher on the list. And Darrell Boovey, closer. There we go, like that. Larry Dixon gets a start. Leandro Santana is going to bat third and play left field. Ricky Garner is going to bat fifth and play right. All right, anybody else? Nope. All right, gotta love that. So we have a left fielder, right fielder, starting pitcher, and a closer. We'll just sim this game and take a look at the box score. And the National League would win the game 10-1 as both of our pitchers took it on the chin. You see Daniel Mateo takes the loss. Look at this box score. He's pounded out 10 runs on 10 hits. And on our side, Santana was 0 for 4. Garner 1 for 3 with a stolen base. And Daniel Mateo 3 runs in an inning. And Darrell Boovey 5 runs, 2 earned in 1 inning. So not a good performance by any of our guys in the futures game. And now it's the first day for us to try and sign our draft picks. See what we can do here with Derek Siddiqui. He wants almost $10 million, and he takes it. There we go. Abe Vento, the closer. Him almost 9.5, $950, and he signs Mesa. declines. Okay. Rubio signs. All right. Alfonso, the other reliever, signs. And Terrence Pineda signs. All right. So everybody but Jonas Mesa signs. So get him signed and get to the end of the month and show you guys these ratings for these players and everybody else that was in the draft. And Jonas Mesa signed, so all of our draft picks are signed, sealed, and delivered. And 2 days later, after those signings, Ryan Ward tore a calf, and he's going to be out 1 to 2 months, so we'll put him on the DL and have to call somebody up to replace him. And it looks like Nelson Rada has finally gotten to the point where he's going to be called up and make his Major League debut. So it's time we will put him in center field because I believe he has better defense. And Cross is a little bit, but no, Rada's better. So Rada's going to come up. He'll play center field. Gavin Cross will flip over and play left field. And get Rada up to the majors, and you'll see his Major League debut up next. And we'll give you a quick look at what our lineup is now that Nelson Rada has made it to the majors. He's going to bat second, play center field, and we're going to move Gavin Cross over to left. Against lefties, same thing. He's going to bat second, play center field. Cross bat a little bit higher, bat fifth against lefties, but there we go. As soon as we get Santana up here, we'll have the top 3 guys. We can drop Moda down to clean up and get these 3 guys on in front of him. And Santana would bat first, Rada second, Made third, or some combination of that. Maybe Rada first, Santana second. But that's our future top of the order as soon as we can get the rest of these guys up. And let's hop into this game right now. We're going to watch Nelson Rada make his Major League debut at home against the Mets and Christian Scott. And we thought we would see this day back on opening day. Nelson Rada couldn't win an opening day job in spring training, so now we have to wait and we get into the middle of the season. Thanks to a Ryan Ward injury, now we get to see Nelson Rada make his MLB debut. Yep, welcome to the show, Rada. He's going to take on the Mets here at home. You can see his stats down in AAA this year. He's been up in the high 270s for most of the year, hitting at the top of the order for the most part. So can't wait to see how he does at the Major League level. And if he can get on base along with Made in front of Moda, we're going to have great things happen this year. Going to pick this game up, top of the first, no score, already 2 outs. And Juan Soto is going to get the game started right here to get the scoring started as he hits this towering shot deep into the right field corner. Put the Mets up 1-0 here. That would be all the runs they would score in the inning. Get that off Luis Medina. Now for the Mets, Christian Scott, all-star pitcher on the mound. See what he's done on the season so far. And after Jesus Mate grounded out, we're going to get our first look at Nelson Rada, his first Major League at-bat. He's heading to count 1-0. And the pitch is going to be a ground ball past third base, foul. Just missing an extra base hit there. You can see he's our number 9 prospect. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And he goes with the pitch and hits it in the left field. And there it is. Nelson Rada didn't take very long. His first at-bat only took him 3 pitches. And he gets his first Major League hit. There we go. Gotta love that. Don't waste time. Don't make me watch him for half a week. And going to get that ball and send it back home to mom and dad as usual. But we need somebody to get on base consistently in front of Edgar Moda. See this replay. That pitch was down and away. Just went with it and drove it into left field. I like having a good contact batter up at the top of the order, as I was saying, in front of Edgar Moda. We've got Made. Now we've got Rada. Moda's first pitch, and he hits this one down the left field line in the corner, and it is fair. Just keeps it inside the foul pole. As Edgar Moda goes big fly. Home run number 27 on the season. And the Angels respond to Soto's home run with a 2-run shot by Moda. And now we're up 2-1 here in the bottom of the first with only 1 out. There we go. Exactly what I was talking about. Get somebody on base and let Moda do his deal. Look at that little slice shot. Keeps it inside the foul pole. That would be all the runs we would score that inning. So now we're going to hop ahead to the top of the second inning with 1 out. Center fielder Dalton Varsho at the plate. The 0-1 pitch from Medina. And that's a shot into right center field. And that one's not coming back either. So 3 home runs and we're only 1 out into the top of the second inning. The Mets with 2 solo shots. Angels with a 2-run shot from Moda. And this game is tied. Now we're going to hop ahead to the bottom of the third inning. Rada's second at-bat in the majors. You got a man on first and 1 out. Made with an infield single. Full count now on Rada. Here's the pitch from Scott. And he's going to pop this into left field towards the line. Racing over is Nimmo in the corner, and he's going to have that for the out as Made has to go back to first base. We would not score any runs in that innings. The next 2 batters would make outs. Now we're going to hop ahead to the bottom of the 5th. Nelson Rada's third at bat. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a fly out. And nobody on and 1 out. Made popped out to short to start off the inning. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and it's going to be a ground ball third. And Caminero knocks it down, and he's not going to get him. Rada's too fast. See if they score that a hit or an error. They're going to call it an error. So doesn't get a hit, but he gets on base for the second time. Second time he's gone, actually all 3 times to the left side, and it's just hit off Caminero's wrist. He's not known for his glove, just for his bat. He would get stranded there as the next 2 guys would strike out. So we're going to pick things up here in the top of the 6th. Tie game 2-2. Ronnie Mauricio hitting a putrid 191 at the plate. Facing Tyson Miller, who came in and relieved Medina. And the 0-1 pitch. And there's a shot into right field. Rosario chasing back to the track. And it hits off the top of the wall and goes over for a 3-run shot. As all the runs in this game have been scored via the long ball. Ronnie Mauricio not known for it. Now we're going to skip ahead to the bottom of the 8th as Daniel Nunez is going to come in out of the pen, relieving Christian Scott. 3-run lead. First guy he's going to face is Edgar Moda. 1 for 2. And the first pitch from Nunez. And there's a shot into right center field. Drifting back to the track to the wall, and it's gone. Edgar Moda with his second big fly of the game, his 28th of the season. League leading in the American League. Now it's down to a 2-run lead. My goodness, have a season, have a rookie season. Edgar Moda. Guy is just phenomenal. Check this replay. This pitch, inner half, he just turns on it. It's a rocket laser beam over the short wall. Off the advertising right there for San Diego Studios. And that's going to be it for Nunez. They would take him out of the game. Walk the next 2 batters, so we have men at first and third and 2 outs, and that's going to bring in Gregory Soto to try and shut down this rally. Dominic Keegan at the plate. Like I said, 2 on, 2 out. Base hit can cut this to a 1-run game. Pick him up, 2-2 count, and he's going to hit a line shot right to first base. Snagged by De Los Santos, and that snuffs that rally. Now we're going to skip to the bottom of the 9th. Still 5-3. Nick Lofton leading off for the Angels. Soto still on the mound. There's going to be a smash up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. So the Angels get the leadoff man on, and that's going to bring in Jesus Made as the tying run. Lofton taking over that second base job from Fletcher. There's Made, 1 for 4 with a single. He's got home run power. Here's a 2-0 pitch from Soto. It's a ground ball to first. Spin, throw to second for 1. Back to first. And a 3-6-3 double play. Just a killer right there. That'll bring in Nelson Rada now with 2 outs. He's our last hope. He's got to get on base. Moda's on deck. He's already hit 2 home runs. So he's worked the count full. And the pitch from Soto. And it's going to be a tapper up the middle. And it's going to bleed through and be a base hit. His second hit in the majors. And that will give us a chance to have Moda come up as a tying run. And Soto's out of the game. Mets are going to the bullpen. They're going to bring in Jeff Hoffman to try and close this game out. Now Moda can tie it with 1 swing of the bat. And here's a rocket up the middle. And that's going to get through. So now we're going to have the tying runs on. Winning run's going to come to the plate with 2 outs. Angels making a late rally bid here. Moda, 3 hits on the day. And that brings in Alex Benelas. 1 for 3. So he's got 11 home runs on the season. I think that's second on the team. 2-2 count now. Here's the pitch from Jeff Hoffman. And he swings and misses as the fastball ties him up. And the Mets hang on to win this thriller. What a game. A lot of home runs, rallies. And they win 5-3 as Christian Scott gets a win, Medina the loss, Hoffman gets a save, and the Mets win game 1 of the series. Take a look at this box score. See 3-run shot by Mauricio, solo shot by Soto and Varsho. And Christian Scott, 2 runs in 5 2/3. Bullpen only allows 1 run. You can see Made, Rada, and Mota had 6 of our 11 hits at the top. Mota with 2 home runs, Rada with 2 singles. Keegan had 2 hits at the bottom, Made with a steal. But bullpen let us down, and we take a tough loss in Rada's debut. And Nelson Rada got his first 2 Major League hits in his debut, and 2 days later, here against the Mets in Game 3, we salvage 1 game of the series. And Nelson Rada gets his first Major League home run. Also, Gavin Cross and John Singleton homered in the game, and Gonsolin gets his 10th win as we, like I said, salvage a win out of the series, but Nelson Rada, his first Major League big fly. And we saw Nelson Rada get his first Major League home run on the 23rd of July against the Mets. And then 5 days later, Tony Gonsolin's next start, we have another milestone. Edgar Mota goes 2 for 5, and he hits his 30th home run of the season. 30 home runs in his rookie year. Gotta love that. What an impressive rookie season, breakout season, everything and more that we could have asked for from this first round pick. And now it is time to get a look at our draft picks and see what their actual overalls and potentials are. Derek Siddiqui, 95 potential, 89. Dude is an 89 overall. Look at that, 95 strikeouts, 94 walks, only 56 hits. Pitching clutch at 45, so it's not that big of a difference. But my goodness, he's going to strike out the world and not walk anybody. It might not matter what his hits per nines are. Unbelievable. This guy has a Cy Young in his future for sure with that strikeouts per 9. He's going to break all those ties when there's a tie for the top. My goodness. And then Alexis Rubio in 90. So we get another A potential outfielder, 57 overall, 90 potential. Really good against lefties. Okay against righties. Really good vision and clutch. Means he's going to have a good clutch against righties. We want him batting against right-handed pitching in the clutch. And, not much on the defense side. We'll have to work on that, but I love that. And then Abe Vento, we knew he was going to be an A. He's 90 potential, 65 overall. Another guy with big strikeouts, and he's got a much better pitching clutch than his hits per 9. Luis Alfonso, another reliever, 83 potential, 74 overall. That pitching clutch, not in a good spot, so we don't want him pitching at the back end of the bullpen. Terrence Pineda, 86 potential, 57 overall. Another lefty for the bullpen we can develop. Then Jonas Mesa, our last pick, 72 potential, 62 overall, really good walks per 9. So he doesn't have a lot of high upside, but he'll do well in the sim with that high walks per 9. Another lefty that we can add to the system. So gotta love that. We have 3 A's, 2 B's, and a C. And still can't believe we got Derek Siddiqui. And this dude is an 89 overall. I don't think I've ever drafted a player that's an 89 overall. That is just ridiculous. Let's take a look at the rest of the players in this draft. Wade Meeks, remember we had him scattered up. He's 86 potential. Bad he couldn't drop to us in the second round. Montano, 90 potential, 58 overall. There's a 99 Elliot Gonzalez. We looked at him, and wow. It's going to be a good one in the sim. 99 potential, 64 overall, and they got him that late in the draft. And Nakamura, we thought about him with the 3rd overall pick. He would have been 88 potential, 63 overall. There's a 94 potential shortstop way down at the bottom. Fuentes, the center fielder we wanted, he's 90 potential, 79 overall. I would have gladly taken that. We could have used him in the outfield for sure, but can't pass up a pitcher who's going to be perennial Cy Young candidate. There's a 92 potential way down here. Else? Nope. Mets, he was the guy that was high up in the rankings, but he came in on the lower side. Gino Richardson, Josh Castilla, there's the 3rd baseman that we found and couldn't get to us in the second round. Looks like Nolan Gorman to me. All power and not much vision, discipline, or contact. Much better defense than Gorman, but looks like the Cardinals got a good power hitter there. Anybody else? Carrara, 84 potential. It's going to be a reliever, though. Domingo Fernandez, didn't see much about him. There's Danny Villanueva. We thought about getting him, but he went right before our next pick. Long-term prospect there. Great stamina, though. And Pepper, 89.63. Micah Shibuya, looks like he did not suffer on his rating side, even though he was injured. Great power against lefties. There's a 93 potential pitcher. 91 closer. Wow, 99 potential, 61 overall. Goes to the Astros. I think this guy was supposed to go really late in the draft. Going to steal tons of bases. Wow, great find there. But yeah, there we go. Derek Siddiqui, 89 overall, 95 potential. Unbelievable. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed the draft, home run derby, all-star game, Rada's major league debut, and Moda getting up to 30 home runs before the end of July. Been just a magical season so far, even though we are in last place. We are not alone in last place in the major leagues. We actually are better than we were last year. You can see there's 3 teams in the American League worse than us. And in the National League, there are 2 more. So we have the 6th worst record, not the worst. So improvements, gotta love it. And we will end everything right here. So if you like the content, please like, subscribe, comment, share it out, hit that notification bell so you know when the next episode goes live. We will have the months of August and September. We'll have some September call-ups. You never know, it might be Leandro Santana. We'll have to see about that. But you guys take care, and I'll see you very soon with the next one. Bye-bye.